As this is a moving vehicle, we do recommend that you hold on for your entire 8-minute journey. Thank you.
Yeah. From earliest times, mountains have fascinated people, providing sources of inspiration as well as physical enjoyment. These mountains, known as the Cairngorms, or Aviemore in Gaelic, meaning the Red Mountains, are home to many specialist plant and animal communities, from the red deer and the mountain hare to the tiny snow bunting, dotterel and ptarmigan. As visitors, we should tread lightly to minimise our impacts on them. For this reason, we must ensure that our activities are sustainable and the surrounding ecosystems are protected for future generations.
You are now travelling to the edge of one of the last true mountain wildernesses in this country. This mountain range is the coldest, windiest, snowiest place in the British Isles. Sit back and relax while we transport you from the heather moorland at the forest edge to an Arctic landscape. Many parts of these mountains are designated under European environmental law, and we operate a visitor management system to help protect them. It forms Britain's largest nature reserve, Britain's largest national park, the Cairngorms National Park. The conservation plan here at Cairngorm Mountain allows you to participate in our guided walking and biking tours, while all other funicular visitors must remain within the boundary of the viewing terrace. Our wide-ranging monitoring results show a positive increase in vegetation and habitat cover. This is being achieved by the conservation plan, along with the targeted path maintenance and path construction. Protected species such as dotterel continue to thrive and can be often seen within the ski area.
Since opening on the 23rd of December of 2001, the funicular railway has transported over 1.4 million summer visitors and thousands of skiers and snowboarders during the winter seasons, from 635 metres or 2,083 feet at the car park level to 1,097 metres or 3,600 feet at the top station on the upper slopes have inspired people for generations, from Queen Victoria and Charles Darwin to Professor Peter Higgs, the scientist who first dreamed on the theory of the Higgs boson particle while walking in the Cairngorms. We hope your journey today will give you sparks of inspiration too.
And Cairngorm, or Cairngorm, meaning the Blue Hill, is Britain's premier ski area, and skiers have climbed these slopes to enjoy the snow for over a century. It is not uncommon to experience snow at any time of the year. It can be a dusting lasting only a few hours in July, or up to 70 feet or more in the deeper gullies during January to March. These large
wildlife and the surrounding landscapes, why not book onto one of our guided walks and get to the heart of the national park? For more information.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. Let's approaching the Ptarmigan building. Once the carriage comes to a complete halt, I will open up the doors on the left-hand side as you look up the track. Make your way down.
December January, February, March, April, May sampai Mei, June, July baru punya. हेर्नु पर्छ देख्यो नि होइन जाम
आउँदैछ हजुर
त्यो रातो झुन्डे थियो नि पिक भनेर त्यही हो रातो झुन्डे थियो नि पिक भनेर
त्यो त ट्र्याक हिँड्ने होइन स्केटिङको ट्र्याक हेर नि त
त माउन्ट एभरेस्टै देखायो क्या त्यहाँ पहाड हेलिकप्टर आएर देखायो सबै स्केटिङलाई हेरेर स्केटिङ साइडमा हेर न ऊ त्यो ट्र्याक देख्यो 12 को
The entire view of the Strand to the Murray coast and beyond is something quite special, and hopefully weather conditions and visibility today will permit you to enjoy it. Panoramic views are weather dependent, but hopefully to the left, facing down the hill, you can see the large glacial eroded Corrie Cass. The name Corrie Cass, which is translated from the Gaelic language, means steep hollow. All the names of the mountains and glens in the surrounding area are of Gaelic origin, but some have been anglified over the years. Within Corrie Cass there is a small network of footpath trails for you to enjoy, which start at the car park. You can get more information about these walking routes from the ranger base, which is situated in the base station. Further afield and directly ahead, Glenmore may be visible, along with Lochmorley. Both of these areas offer many attractive walks and cycle paths, which are generally protected from the worst of the weather by the forest.
Looking ahead and down the track, you may be able to see the passing loop. The passing loop is exactly halfway along the 1.8 kilometre length of track. It is the only section of double track on the route, and the only time when the carriages come close together. There are 2 carriages, and they are connected by a steel rope. At the passing loop, the carriages always pass on the same side. Carriage 1 always passes on the right going down.
The Cairngorm Funicular Railway was constructed over a period of 3 years and is one of the more recent to be built in this country. Special design considerations had to be included to help the structure cope with the extreme weather that occurs in these mountains. The Victorians introduced funiculars to the UK, and they take their name from the Latin word for a rope, funis. Each carriage weighs a total of 15 tons. That's the equivalent of about 12 family cars, and can carry a maximum of 120 passengers standing. This is a bit of a squeeze during the busy days in winter, and we've reduced this capacity for a more comfortable summer journey. The transport system is powered by 2 500 kilowatt motors, which are located at the top station. Each carriage is attached to a haul rope, while a lighter counter rope is also attached to the carriages to form a complete loop. The counter rope maintains the tension in the pulling system. As the carriage at the bottom is hauled
bạn qua.
Vâng.
Vâng. Sih telah